Theyyam is a popular ritual form of worship of North Malabar in Kerala, India, predominant in the Kolathunadu area and also in Kodagu and Tulu Nadu of Karnataka as a living cult with several thousand-year-old traditions, rituals and customs. The performers of Theyyam belong to the lower caste community, and have an important position in Theyyam.People of these districts consider Theyyam itself as a god and they seek blessings from this Theyyam. A similar custom is followed in the Tulu Nadu region of neighbouring Karnataka known as Bhuta Kola. History: there can be no doubt, say Bridget and Raymond Alkin, that a very large part of this modern folk religion is extremely ancient and contains traits which originated during the earliest periods of Neolithic, Chalcolithic settlement and expression mainly there is no doubt, giving from Fremen. Classification of subcults: it can be said that all the prominent characteristics of primitive, tribal, religious worship had widened the stream of Theyyam cult, where even the followers of Islam are associated with the cult in its functional aspect, and made it a deep-rooted folk religion of millions. For instance, the cult of Bhagavati, the mother goddesses had and still has an important place in Theyyam. Besides this, the practices like spirit worship, ancestor worship, hero worship, Mazathi worship, tree worship, animal worship, serpent worship, the worship of the goddesses of disease and the worship of Gramadevata are included in the mainstream of the Theyyam cult. Along with these gods and goddesses there exist innumerable folk gods and goddesses. Most of these goddesses are known as Bhagavathi, Vaishnavi, and Jivani. Different branches of mainstream Hindu religions such as Shaktism, Vaishnavism and Shaivism now dominate the cult of Theyyam. However, the forms of propitiation and other rituals are continuations of a very ancient tradition. In several cult centers, blood offering is seen, despite being forbidden in Sattvic Hinduism, Jainism and Buddhism. In such centers, separate places outside the precincts of the shrine are selected for blood offering and for the preparation of the traditional kalam known as Vitakon. The Theyyam deities propitiated through cock sacrifice will not enter such shrines. This religious cockfight over blood sacrifice, which does also include the cockfight as a blood sacrifice, is a prime example of cultural synthesis of little and great cultures. On account of the supposedly late revival of the Vaishnavism movement in Kerala, it does not have a deep impact on the Theyyam cult. Only a few deities are available under this category. Two major Theyyam deities of Vaishnavism are Vishnamurthy and Davada. Vaishnavism was very popular in the Tuluva region in the 13th century when it came under the rule of Vishnuvardhana of the Hoysala dynasty. He was a great champion of Vaishnavism. Most probably he was initially deified as Vishnamurthy and incorporated into the Bhagavata cult of the Tuluvas and then further incorporated as a prominent folk deity into the Theyyam cult as well. To some, the legend of Vishnamurthy symbolizes the god's migration from Tulu Nadu to Kolathunadu. All other categories of Theyyam deities can be classified under Shaivism or Shaktism. Even spirits, ancestors, heroes, and animals are deified and included in those categories. Briefly, Theyyam provides a good example for the religious evolution of, and the subsequent different stages in modern Hinduism, with the overall understanding that within Hindu syncretisms lay propitiation as ancient practices and rituals of ancient worship intended for the blessings of the supernatural not unlike, in Indus Valley and other ancient civilizations, Mother Goddess had been invoked for fertility and prosperity. Patronage: those communities who did not accept the Brahmanical supremacy in temple worship, for example Thayyars were patrons of Theyyam, and it was not uncommon for every Tharavad to have its own Theyyam. However, the Brahmins did not have the right to directly take part in the performance of Theyyam, as this privilege belonged only to the tribal communities. Despite this, out of devotion, ruling clans established their own shrines and kavas for Theyyam deities where non-Sattvic rituals and customs are observed. The goddesses like Raktashwari, Kamandi, Samshwari, Kuravi, and the gods like Vishnamurthy are propitiated in these household shrines. There, the Theyyam dancers appear during the annual festivals of gods and goddesses. The rituals in such shrines are different from those of the Brahmanical temples. The impact of this cultural fusion could be traced to the social organization based on the caste system and in the agrarian relations. The inviting of Brahmin Thantri to consecrate the idols of Kavu started very recently. Except the non-Brahminical communities and those like Nair and Nambiar who supported Brahminical supremacy, other castes especially Thayas took it as a major religious practice. Performance. The dance or invocation is generally performed in front of the village shrine. It is also performed in the houses as ancestor worship with elaborate rites and rituals. There is no stage or curtain or other such arrangements for the performance. The devotees would be standing or some of them would be sitting on a sacred tree in front of the shrine. In short, it is an open theatre. A performance of a particular deity according to its significance and hierarchy in the shrine continues for 12 to 24 hours with intervals. The chief dancer who propitiates the central deity of the shrine has to reside in the rituals. This may be due to the influence of Jainism and Buddhism. Further, after the sun sets, this particular dancer would not eat anything for the remainder of that day. His makeup is done by specialists and other dancers. The first part of the performance is usually known as Velatam or Thotam. It is performed without proper makeup or any decorative costume. Only a small, red headdress is worn on this occasion. The dancer along with the drummers recites the particular ritual song, which describes the myths and legends of the deity of the shrine or the folk deity to be propitiated. This is accompanied by the playing of folk musical instruments. After finishing this primary ritualistic part of the invocation, the dancer returns to the green room. Again after a short interval he appears with proper makeup and costumes. There are different patterns of face painting. Some of these patterns are called Viradelam, Kutram, Kozipuspam, Kochampurikam, and Prakkeshuthu. Mostly primary and secondary colors are applied with contrast for face painting. It helps in effecting certain stylization in the dances. Then the dancer comes in front of the shrine and gradually metamorphoses into the particular deity of the shrine. He, after observation of certain rituals, places the headdress on his head and starts dancing. In the background, folk musical instruments like chenda, tutti, kuzal and vikni are played in a certain rhythm. All the dancers take a shield and kadthala in their hands as continuation of the cult of weapons. Then the dancer circumambulates the shrine, runs in the courtyard and continues dancing there. The Theyyam dance has different steps known as kalasams. Each kalasam is repeated systematically from the first to the 8th step of footwork. A performance is a combination of playing of musical instruments, vocal recitations, dance, and peculiar makeup and costumes. Styles of dance. There are approximately 400 types of Theyyam, including Palavatakumakan, Vishnamurthy and Srimadhapan Theyyam. Peram Kalayotam. In some castes the Theyyam festival is conducted in intervals of 12 or more years. These kinds of festivals are known as Paramkalayottam. In 2008, Paramkalayotams were celebrated in Ramanthali Muchilat Kavu, Kalakad Muchilat Kavu and Mandapadan Jatathayaravakat Pagavathi Temple. From 19 to February 24, 2008 Paramkalayottam was held in Kenamangalam Kazhakam, Palkara near Nileshwar and also in Adathayaravakkatu Bhagavathi Temple. Shayavthor Muchilot Paramkalayottam, February 4, 2015 to February 9. See also, Temples of Kerala, Uttamavilan, Padayani. Bibliography, Kilias, Rolf, Ritual Music and Hindu Rituals of Kerala, New Delhi, Bia Rhythms, ISBN 81-88827-07X, Kurup, KKN, Theyyama Euro A Ritual Dance of Kerala, Thiruvananthapuram, Director of Public Relations, Government of Kerala. Further reading, Doughty, Diane. 50 Years On, Arts Funding in Kerala Today. Asian Theatre Journal 17. JSTOR 1,124,491. Freeman, J.R. Gods, Groves in the Culture of Nature in Kerala. Modern Asian Studies 33, 257 €302 doi, 10.1017 per second 0026749x99003261. JSTOR 313169. Nambiar, Balan. Gods and Ghosts Theyyam and Bhuta Rituals. Doshi, Sari The Performing Arts, Marg Volume 34, Issues 3 4, Bombay, 1981, pages 62 73, Ashley, Wayne. The Theyyam Kachu of Northern Kerala. The Drama Review, TDR 23, 99 112. JSTOR 1145219. Kerala Sanjeevanitaka Akademi Theyyam, Lumiere Printing Works, Trichurg, 1978. Indira Gandhi National Centre for Arts, New Delhi has a collection of 1800 slides with research notes by Balan Nambiar. References. External links, media related to Theyyam at Wikimedia Commons, travelcanna.com, all about Theyyam, videos, photos, Theyyam calendar etc., Vengra, the land of Theyyam. Kaliyottam, Theyyam images, history, Kav. Theyyam calendar, including images. Sri Andalakevu. Kanna Theyyam dates.